Inside City Hall. Several months ago, I went back to my former home in the Manhattanville houses in West Harlem with the chair and CEO of NYCHA, Shola Olatoye. We looked at the state of public housing in New York City. This was, of course, before we learned of false paperwork that had been submitted to the federal government about lead paint inspections, and before we learned about a freezing cold winter that left many tenants without heat or hot water. Those two scandals that contributed eventually to Olatoye's resignation this week aside, much of what I saw and heard remains the same today for the 400,000 residents that live in our city's public housing. Manhattanville is not the best or the worst development, so it was a good place to assess where things stand today. Investing in roof repairs was a top priority during Shola Olatoye's 4 years leading NYCHA, and she showed us one of the brand new roofs on the complex.
Make sure you get this sign saying, no access to roof. Not supposed to do this.
Watch your step going down.
Okay. Okay. Wow. This is magnificent. The views are unbelievable. And the roofs themselves were a big challenge because water starts here. It can basically destroy the entire building.
Destroy the entire building, wreak havoc in people's apartments, you know, the cause of mold, all of the things that, you know, any landlord struggles with, but particularly someone who has, you know, 60-year-old buildings.
Right.
So this is a new roof. We replaced this in 2011, all of the roofs of these buildings. And we have about $1 billion of similar work happening throughout our portfolio right now. So, you know, we know our residents are challenged by those, you know, some of the interiors in their apartments, but, you know, the strategic decision with the limited resources we have is like, let's seal the buildings. Let's protect the buildings from the elements, and then we can get inside and do the painting and do the bathrooms. And, you know, it's not sexy, but I'm very excited about roofs.
Oh, yeah, no, you should be. You should be.
Thrilled to show you.
And then we went down to the basement where we looked at our relatively new hot water generator.
Many years ago, we used to have the big hot water generator.
Yeah.
Which took so much space. So it's more efficient because now the hot water shoots up much more quickly. And as you can see, it takes less space.
Yes.
And it's more as far as cost savings in terms of energy efficient.
Wow. Wow.
When did we put this in now? It's like,
This got to be within the last 10.
I want to say like 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. Yeah.
And this will service the entire building.
Yeah, it serviced the entire building.
Wow.
I believe there's about 130-something units in this building.
This, I think, represents, you know, the leadership at the time was we got to figure out how to replace these 40-year-old, you know, water tanks. And, you know, the technology has even advanced beyond this.
Right.
So as part of our sustainability efforts is really working to improve these, but also to bring in, you know, more technology around and more energy efficient water production and water heating mechanisms.
Right. And we met with tenant leaders and the other residents who really make the place go.
We need all of the support, right? And when I met with Dr. Carson, you know, I talked to him about, I did meet him, and I think he cares about people. You can't be a doctor and not care about people and their lives. I'm not sure if he, you know, really understands the breadth of what he now oversees and the challenges that we have as housing authorities. But I think it would be great for him to hear from the residents of the New York City public housing that we want him to come to New York. He's on a listening tour. Start with the biggest. Come to New York. Come see both the great things as well as the challenges.
It would be very, very nice for him to do that.
That would be wonderful. So thank you.
The next leader of NYCHA has a lot to do, starting with the core repair problems that bedevil the agency. Everybody says they believe in affordable housing. This is the largest cluster of affordable housing in the U.S., and it's an awesome responsibility for whoever ends up trying to walk in Olatoye's footsteps.